Israel is currently facing an unprecedented nationwide water crisis following a precision-guided ballistic missile strike that has crippled the country's primary water infrastructure. A strategic dam, a critical lifeline for millions, has reportedly suffered a catastrophic structural failure after being targeted by 4 medium-range ballistic missiles launched from Iran. The incident has triggered an immediate national state of emergency as the country's central reservoir and distribution network have ground to a total halt. Security reports confirm the use of EMAD ballistic missiles, sophisticated Iranian systems known for their 1,700 kilometers range and high precision accuracy. The missiles directly impacted the dam's main retaining wall and the adjacent water treatment facility. The resulting explosions have shattered the concrete structure, causing a massive breach that has effectively severed the water supply to major cities, residential hubs, and industrial zones. The fallout has been instantaneous and severe. Just hours after the attack, water pressure across the national network plummeted, leaving millions without access to clean water for drinking, cooking, or sanitation. Israel's National Water Authority has issued a dire warning, stating that remaining reserves in local municipal tanks can only sustain the population for a very limited time. In major urban centers, panic has set in. Supermarkets are reporting a total sellout of bottled water, and rationing has been implemented to manage the surging demand. The crisis has now reached the healthcare and industrial sectors. Hospitals have activated emergency protocols to secure water for life-saving procedures and equipment sterilization. Meanwhile, the food and beverage industry has seen a massive reduction in operating capacity. Infrastructure analysts highlight that this was not a random attack, but a calculated strike on civilian life support systems, intended to destabilize national security from the inside out. In response to this infrastructure collapse, the Israeli military has intensified protection around other vital installations, including desalination plants and energy hubs. Engineering units and technical teams are working under extreme pressure to assess the damage, but the scale of the destruction suggests that restoring the main distribution line could take weeks. For now, the nation remains on high alert as the government scrambles to deploy emergency water tankers to prevent a full-scale humanitarian catastrophe. Military experts are calling this attack a calculated decapitation of Israel's civilian stability. By utilizing the high-precision EMAD missile system, the strike was not intended to cause mass casualties through explosions, but to trigger a slow-motion humanitarian collapse. Security analysts point out that targeting a nation's water supply is a direct violation of international norms. Yet it serves a brutal strategic purpose. It forces the military to divert its focus from the front lines to managing internal civil unrest and logistical survival. As reservoirs dry up, the blue gold, water has now become the most contested resource in the Middle East. The precision with which the dam's control systems were hit suggests a deep intelligence breach, raising questions about the vulnerability of other high-value civilian assets across the region. As night falls across Israel, the silence in the national pipeline network reflects a growing desperation. With the National Water Authority warning that the remaining city-level reserves are ticking down to zero, the window for a technical solution is rapidly closing. This is no longer just a military conflict, it is a race against a biological clock. If the water flow is not restored or a massive logistical bridge established within the next 48 hours, the country faces a crisis that no Iron Dome or missile defense system can stop, a total internal collapse driven by the most basic of human needs. The world watches with bated breath as a nation of millions prepares for its most difficult test of survival in the modern era.